So I would like to start today's lecture, the applied measurement and the signal processing. So, and how was the feeling that you experienced the EEG measurement? It's a bit surprising thing, or okay, this is a normal thing for you. Actually, so many roboticists start to think about biological measurement because they try to attach some robotics machine the body. The problem is how much the machine fit to the target applicant with respect to the condition, the biological smoothness. Yes, roboticists think, okay, this is a good machine, you have to use this. If you spend a lot of money, even if the research, you really want to test the machine in the disabled people. But in the sense of the ethical committee or the feeling of the subject, we have to think about this machine is best fit to the target of applicant, or it's a sustainable function or help assistance for some specific person. I rehearse express again the importance fitness of the biological body. I'm describing there's some specific mode up and down during the walking. This is a single leg stage and two leg stage, bit different in height. This is a slight difference. If you engineer, oh, this is the error, we can ignore. We can force to set some specific height. The patient. If you're a doctor, patient cannot reject such a forced way sometimes because of the hesitation. That I believe the best architecture, the best robot or system finally helps the people, not only the physically, but also the mind. So then that kind of the system can distribute and over the world, not forced away. This is simple. This is a natural property. If you like some food, you can you try to eat. But if you do not like, you do not eat. This is a simple thing. So that's why you need to think about the smoothness of the motion. Then what kind of the machine and the system can help such a smoothness. This is COP and trajectory in the slow walking. Yes? If it's a high speed, the normal speed of walking, this is a slight waving. But if the human worker, the human worker change the speed more slowly, okay, this shape different. This is the pattern, normal walking and slow walking. I discussed about duty factor in the robotics, okay, Theo-Jansen system. Standing phase and the swinging phase are different. In these cases, you can see a single leg stage and two leg stage is repeatedly occur. Then this is the pink one is the two leg stages extended rather than the slow walking, because you have to keep this way more longer if the patient walking slowly. That's why time is different if it's the slow walking, two leg stage and one leg stage, a single leg stage, and then this and this. then ratio is different. Then making this pattern. This is a natural property of this. Even according to the multi-body dynamics, I'm discussing multi-body dynamics only for the robot, but also you can apply same theory for analyzing this biological body too. Then you can analyze center of the mass or how much the force is really necessary to lifting up and standing. How this biological body can get some balance, something else. How much backbone ache is happening because of the specific moment here. Usually, static lifting of the heavy things provide severe damage to the backbone because of this posture. The weight, the reflecting for the keeping this backbone, the muscle keeping lifting up the upper body, then this is the tough. Finally, some worker have severe damage to the backbone. If such a subject have severe damage to the backbone, they have the injury of the spinal cord, which means the deficit of the neuronal transmission to the central body to the leg controller. Then the patient cannot lift up the body anymore because of strong pain. Usually we do this dynamic lifting. You are quickly lifting up some specific moment and change the posture. Firstly, if you're just having this posture deeply, you have no damage to the backbone. But this posture is a bit risky. That's why you try to escape timing of this severe moment. This is dynamic lifting, not gradually lifting and the same linear motion. That's why this is the non-linear motion, because you change the speed depending on the posture. That is the point. Embodiment, I explained in the beginning, very wonderful. Professor Rob Pfeiffer describing, yes, mechanical system, very important. Sensory feedback is also necessary. But we are discussing the central nervous system, the brain, to modulating this action. That's why we can do, okay? Some participants kindly asked me about question, okay, walking is unconscious or other motion totally unconscious? Yes. Some part of the unconscious because if it's totally trained, even the start should stop. But in fact, this kind of motion transition is controlled by the central nervous system. Because if you're a player in the football game, you need to finally control different type of the motion during the situation of depending on the situation of the game. That's why start, dash, stop, side step, some other thing is dynamically changed depending on the situation, the context. I explained the locker movement here, heel rocker and leg joint rocker and foreleg rocker. It represents kind of rocking chair function. So this is also the explanation what kind of the excitatory neuron, the excitatory neuron and the inhibitory neuron is connect them together in a coupling. Then they provide rhythmic movement. This is highly important. That's why sometimes we can see about the computation I'm explaining the multi-body dynamics with the complicated things. If computer controlled everything by computer, it's tough. But we are thinking about here. This is the morphological computation. I think the bio-inspired mechanism kinematics and dynamics. Firstly, I'm inspiring the musculoskeletal system, the kangaroo. And you may know the kangaroo is running a long time with less energy. This is because of the muscle and the bone structure. It is not so easy to reproduce by using biological body, but we can think about another way. This is a high-speed camera motion. This is just a plastic bird, but the power is accumulated at the beginning. Okay, I'm showing again. Accumulate at the beginning, then release very quickly. Then I'm showing here. Accumulating the power gradually, then and releasing quickly. This comes from material science. Okay, that's why I'm considering about the rigid body mechanics plus material science, material mechanics, some of the things. Okay, this is a very nice combination to fit biological dynamics to help people lifting up, jumping, running. So this is the analysis. I'm collaborating with the professor teaching in the medical school, rehabilitation. Then she's the national coach of the Japanese wheelchair basketball players teams. So then I'm analyzing some specific moments. Mode. Again, I'm showing just the shooting motion. You can see red arrow in the bottom. It represents center of the mass. It's changing, right? According to time. Yes, it's the this is the simple motion, lifting up and shooting. It's reproduced by the biological body. This is a 3-point shoot, and then the long distance shoot. Can you realize the difference of this motion and this motion? Motion itself is not so significant difference, just shooting again, okay? But this is the motion, the player put the ball by hand. Less motion of the backbone, right? But this case is long distance shoot. That's why the body, whole body is snatching like okay, very flexible braid. That's why quick motion is generated. You can see again here, like this motion. If you put the ball the long distances, you need to accumulate in the beginning, then release quickly. There's some phase in the accumulation stage and the releasing phase. That's the point. these cases, just the pushing ball by hand, but this time the backbone shape is quite different. Okay. Accumulating this moment. You can see the center of the mass quickly changed. Okay. And the back side. These cases, it doesn't change so much. Okay. Here. You can see this is the center of the mass backside, but this is the midpoint. The maximum point doesn't change anymore. Okay. This is a quite different dynamics. Posture itself, static analysis doesn't change, but dynamic analysis show that significant differences. Why this explain why this long time shooting, long distance shooting is possible. So, but so many robotics is very funny. Okay, they have money. That's why they try to make. This is a robot toilet. Some people say, okay, if disabled people cannot walk, I can design toilet moving by itself. This funny movement, okay? If you're standing in some places, toilet is running to your hip, then chasing your hip all the time. You really want this kind of toilet? Paying the 5 million yen or so. Very funny. Not necessarily. Very, okay, scared and very bad smell. Robot is chasing your hip. So then, some other things, Professor Sankai is a very respected professor. He declined offering the big budget from US Army, but he has some specific architecture for the helping people. But the US Army really want to use the mechanism for the assess device for the soldier in Mid-East. But he declined. Now he's providing this kind of machine only for the usual people, not Army technology. But still, even if the Professor Sankai, this robotic devices, it costly. That's why I'm offering some assist devices based on the this kind of things. By using the mathematics, okay? We can set some the carbon fiber blade to fit the biological body. We can design. So another topic, the shifting to the wheelchair basketball. This is the Patrick Anderson, genius guy. I'm showing what is wheelchair basketball.
彼は足を失った代わりに車椅子を翼に変えた。そして車椅子バスケットボール史上最強のプレーヤーとなった。
This is a TV programmed NHK national TV program in Japan, highlighting Paralympic athletes.
障害者アスリートたちがしのぎを
This
削
is
る
the
パラリン
carbon
ピッ
fiber
ク。
blade.
鍛え上げた驚異の身体能力、それはまさに超人と呼ぶにふさわしい。その秘密に世界陸上銅メダリスト為末大が迫る。
It's the wheelchair basketball.
今回はパラリンピックの花形車椅子バスケットボール。アメリカやヨーロッパではプロリーグも結成され、多くの観客が動員できる人気スポーツだ。
He is Patrick
その頂
Anderson,
点に立つ
genius
男、
player.
カナダ代
He
表
lost
パトリック・アンダーソン。
leg
パラリンピックでは
according
4
to
大
accident
会連続
in
でメダルを
childhood.
獲得。
It's
圧倒
very
的なスピード
dynamic.
で速攻を決めたと
He
思え
proves
ば、
the world of the wheelchair basketball.
ゴー
He
ル下
told
で
him
敵をかき分けて
wheelchair basketball just be okay.
ロングシュートも
Play
外さない
play.
高い
But
得点
he
力。
introduced dynamic play.
素早い動き
That's
で
why
敵を
people
翻弄し、
respect him to play and try
キ
to
ラーパ
copy
スで
his play.
仲間のアシストもこなす。すべてのスキルを兼ね備えた史上最強の
That's why Canadian team gets gold medal again and again.
So that was a pretty powerful thing, just to have wheels. Those wheels are like wings for me. Cool.
それまでの試合はゴール下に集まり、
Cool.
それまでのオールラウンドプレーヤーだ。
So that was a pretty powerful thing, just to have wheels. Those wheels are like wings for me. Cool.
This is the old
それまでの試合
classic
は
type of the
ゴール
wheelchair
下に集まり、
basketball.
シュ
Just
ート合
pushing
戦
and
になりがち
pushing
だった。
forward instead. But he changed the rules.
しかし、パトリックの登場で躍動感がある
Dynamic movement.
見せるスポーツへと変わった。それは障害者スポーツの枠を
It
壊
is
す
like a
ものだ。
Michael Jordan.
Was to learn all of the different
It's
skills and
the
not
coach
just learn one. And so he's
Genius
changed the
coach
way
is
players
Mike
begin
Conley.
to practice
I
and
mean.
begin to train and prepare.
本当にマイケル・ジョーダン
Head
の
coach of
期
the
待している
Japanese
形
national
で
team,
得
the
点し
main
会場を沸かせ最後勝つっていうことができる選手。
2020年東京パラリンピックを目指し、さらなる進化に挑むパトリック。その練習現場に為末大が密着。
meter, 2 meter 5.
This is totally difficult to balancing and only one leg.
That's enough? Okay.
世界初となる試合中の
So
動作
then,
の測定
according
に
to
も
the
挑
request
戦。
at the
パトリッ
NHK
クの
TV
常識
program,
を超えたダイナミックなプレーを
I
科学
and
で
my
徹底解析
students
した。
were going to the Canada to
今、
do the
車
measurement.
椅子バスケットボールを変えた世界最強の男の秘めたる能力が解き明かされる。
It's the mechanism how we can measure his behavior. Firstly,
パト
they
リックの筋
introduced
肉を
some
測定し、
muscle
クイックな動き
activity
の解析を
measurement.
することにした。
And Professor, the
協力してくれたの
Professor
は
Peter Gear
ピーター・キアー教授。
in Canada.
運動による
The
上
motion
半身の
capture
筋肉の
system
動き方を
focusing on his
研究してい
motion.
る。
muscle actually moves when you contract it. So you end up putting it, oh, it's right in the middle.
パトリックの
The
腕、
EMG sensor,
胸、
you
腹
can put、such
背
a
中に
sensor
合計16箇所のセンサー。しかも、パトリックの腕、胸、腹、背中に合計16箇所のセンサーをつけ、筋肉の動きを測定。
The external oblique muscle, so it's on an oblique, it's on an angle.
モーションキャプチャーを使って急加速急停止をする時の動作解析も行う。
Professor assessor examining his quick motion, the kind of muscle movement that
測定の結果、
happening
パトリック
in
の
his
筋
body.
肉の独特な使い方が見えてきた。急加速をする
If
ため
it has a
車
posture
輪を
and
前方に
braking,
押した時の筋肉を見てみる。
braking has some specific
まず
muscle
は上腕二頭筋と三角筋のスイッチがオンとなり、それ以外の筋肉はオフの
other
ままだ。
muscle is off.
続いて
This
上体を起こ
muscle
す
is
動作に入ると
the
大
lifting
胸
up.
筋がオンに
This muscle is on, other muscle is off.
さらに
If
体を
he's
後ろ
swinging
に
his
引っ張る
back
広背筋
and
だけがオ
his
ンとなっ
back
た。
side muscle is on.
つまりパトリックは使う筋肉のスイッチだけが
Amazingly,
次々とオンになっている。
he can control his
強
muscle
い力を入れようとする
on
と
and off, on
全
and
身に
off.
力が入ってしまう
specifically.
普通の人とは異なるとキア教授は語る。
So he's
明らかに彼は
It is
マッスルメモ
called
リー
a
と呼ばれ
kind
る
of
ものを
muscle
習得
memory.
しています。筋肉には記憶がないので、実際には彼の体が覚えている
Muscle
筋肉
itself
コン
has
トロ
no
ールの
memory.
作用で
That's
す。
why
高いレベルで
peripheral nervous
かなり
system
長い時間プレイをしてきたため、頭の中で考えなくても筋肉がオンとオフを
on
ク
and
イ
off,
ックに
on
切り
and
替え
off.
ている。しかも効率的に行っているので、持
So
続力も高いの
he
で
can
す。
minimize the energy to use the
さらに教授が注目したのは
the
片
muscle.
輪を上げるティ
So
ルティン
the
グ。
should be
そのバ
turning
ランスの取
on
り方
some
を
specific
測
muscle
定す
and
ること
turning
にな
off
った。
other. Then he can keep good balance in time. It's not easy.
比較のため
Nick
同じ障
Boyd
害
is
クラスの
young
ナショナルチーム
player,
の選手に協
also
力して
nice
もらった。
player, the member of the national team. Can keep this kind of the one we
二人の筋肉の使い方を見てみる。
game. It's not so turning on,
比較
on.
対象選手は
Or some
バラ
other
ンスを取るために
muscle
ほぼ
always
全て
turning
の筋
on.
肉がオンとなっていることがわかる。
Okay.
ところがパト
He's
リック
young.
は腹筋以外の筋肉はオフのままだ。
The
優れた体幹の
pathway
強さによるもの
old
だと
age
教授
study.
は語る。
これは生まれ持った才能ものだと
That's why
教授は語る。
Patrick used small, the less energy rather than Nick. That's why he can concentrate his the play, then the keep long the stamina. Nick Orchin is also nice player, of course, but he's used redundant way. That's why we get the tired rather than Patrick.
これは生まれ持った才能、
It's
す
very
なわち
rare.
筋肉と体の
But
制御能力
some
の
people
高さによ
can
ってできることです
things.
これがパトリックのようなエリートアスリートと私たちの違いです。トレーニングをしても限界があるものなんです。
クイックな筋肉の動きと高いバランス能力を持った男は車椅子
He
とい
can
う翼を
control
使って
this kind of thing very, very quickly, then with less energy. This is the point.
いっぱいに終わった。
The next mission,
今年
EG analysis.
4年ぶりにナショナルチームに復帰したパトリック。チームの再建をかける。練習を見学していた為末は彼の他の選手とは違う動きに気づいた。
どういう面が真ん中にいていろいろ差配してる人みたいなイメージですかね。一番最初にバーッと奥まで入っていってやっぱ中心になって全部
He is governing this game. Okay? He quickly moved and then located at the central position all the time, according to
イメ
good
ージがすごいんで
prediction.
すかね。イメージできる能力は
まるで
He is
試合展
predicting
開を
what
予
is
測したよ
happening
うな
next.
動き。
That's why he can
改
move
めてパトリックを見
in
る
the
と
central position
誰
in
よりも
the
激し
next
く頭を振りな
situation.
がらプレーしている。彼は一
What
体
kind of the
何を見
prediction happening?
何
What
を考
he
えている
see?
のだろう。
This is a very interesting.
試合中のパトリックの頭の中を徹
That's
底的
why
に解
one
析してみることに
the
した。
researcher was requested to
測定するのは
the major
脳科学が
EEG
専門の
activity of him.
九州工業大学我妻弘明准教授。
I said every machine
パトリックの
inside
車椅子
his
に
chair,
脳波と
the
目の動きを測
wheelchair,
定する機械
I
を
said
設置する。
finally and measure.
脳波を測るためのキャップを装着。
I think one of them at your participant the experience yesterday.
Thank you very much.
I use simultaneously the eye tracker system to capture the eye the gaze point.
パトリックが見つめた部分がまるで示される。この状態でパ
Then
ト
we
リックに
requested
練習試合に参加してもらい、
That is
脳波
amazing
と目
thing.
の動きを
Okay?
調べる。
This is the motion capture system wearing device and eye tracker
試合
and
中の脳
EEG
波を測
in
定するの
device
は
connecting
世
now
界初
in
の
his
試
body.
みだ。
Fantastic.
解析の結果、
This is
興
my
味
rule.
深い結果が出た。試合中、パトリックの頭の中には
Then
ある
I
リズムがある
analyzing
という。
EEG data.
目の動かし方ですね。ポンポンポンと
He
いうの
has their
が
own
その
rhythm.
リズミックにある一定のリズムで、動いてるということがどうも見て取れると。ですからどうも彼は
He's
試
like
合
music.
中になると
His
ま
prayer
あそ
sing
れ
a
こそ音
song
楽が頭
inside
の
the
中にある
mind.
のか、
Kind of
リズムを持ってある
meditation,
ペー
but
スを持っ
also
て
playing music
見
inside the
る
brain.
見
And
る
specific rhythm that appear.
脳波を試合前と比較してみると、2つの特徴的な脳波が強く出ていることが分かった。まず
This
は
particular
シ
rhythm
ータ波。
is
過去のベ
remembering
ストな
his
プレーを思い
successful
起こしている
episode
ことが
in
推
his
察できる
brain.
という。
Alpha rhythm is a kind of
もう一つ顕
meditating
著なの
state.
がアルファ波。
Interestingly,
こちらはリラック
okay,
スしな
he
がら
is
も
remembering
集
his
中していることを
successful
示している。
episode inside the brain, but also
スポーツ選手がです
meditations
ね、よ
at
く
the
送
state.
電と言って走ってる時に電話してるようなもんじゃないかという話もありま
Meditation
す
is
が、
not
そういったリラックスした状態で、
good
プレ
prayer
ーをして非常に緊
meditating
張感
during
が
the
高い
motion,
試合のプレー
like
にもかか
riding
わらず、
horse or
心の中
the
で穏や
running.
かに目
They
の
are
きれいなペースを
meditating.
持ってい
They
る
show the
というこ
alpha
とが脳
rhythm,
波にも
even the
現れて
running
きている。
or riding horse.
目の使い方にも特徴があった。
Coaching is also
比
nice
較対象
player.
選手の目の動きから
You
見て
see a lot of places.
丸印が
Okay, this is
彼
the
の目
guy
線の
I'm
動き、
saying. This,
ボ
this,
ー
this.
ルを追いかけているこ
He's
とが
very
分かる。
energetic. He's a good person, of course. But in comparison, the Patrick,
一方、パトリック。
the teammate, he did not see other counterpart player.
オフェンスの時に敵やボールを見るのではなく、味方の動きを見ている
So
ことが
this
分
is
か
the
る。
interesting thing for us. He only see the team member. He do not see by central the vision as a player. We speculate he only have attention the team player at the team member who I can pass. Okay, his condition is fine or not, I can pass. But he's seeing other information, the peripheral vision, accurately. This is also the amazing thing in comparison normal player.
敵やボールを見
That's
るの
why
で
he
はな
can
く、
quickly move,
味方
then
の動
goes
きを見てい
next
るこ
place.
とが分かった。
He only see his team player, the team member. That's why
彼は
the
なぜ
national coach
味方だけ見てい
Japan
るの
team,
か。
national team,
日
it
本
was
代表の森
surprising.
川ヘッドコーチに映像を
Patrick
見て
is
もらった。
genius because he do economically
自分味方のオフェンスを見なが
with
ら
the energy of the
実はディフェンスの動
muscle,
きをキ
the
ャッチしてる
energy
んだと
for
思うん
the
ですね。
cognition.
でディフェンスっていうのは大体オフェンスについてるので、そのオフェンスを見て自分の味方を見てればそのディフェンスがどういう動きをしてるかっていうのをキャッチしていて、でそれに合わせてチャンスを見てるんだと思うんですよね。
パトリックは
Only he
味
sees
方を見ること
the
で
team member.
それぞれをマークしている敵の
Then
動きを予
prediction is
測してい
accurate.
たのだ。
This is the analysis and eye
さ
tracker.
らに
This is
パトリ
the
ックの目線
movement
の
of the
軌跡
eye
を
part,
解
the
析し
eye
てみると
movement, Patrick
味方
Anderson.
を見るとき独特な動きを繰り返してい
Some
ることが
specific
分か
type
っ
of the
た。
movement happening.
目を細かく動かしながら見ているのだ。
彼の場合は特に仲間の選手を、どうも丁寧
He
に追い
is
かけているよう
seeing
なんです
the
が、
actually
例えば障害の
the
程
team
度であるとか
member
ですね、
and then some
そういっ
specific
た
rhythm,
相手の状
rhythmic
態、
observation.
能力、そういったところ
Then
を、
he
見
recognizing
な
the
がら、
status of the
パス
team
を
member.
投げると。
He can put
そ
the
ういったことを
ball
考え
strongly
る
or
と、
weakly.
かなりそうい
So
っ
the
た情報を取得す
disabled
るの
people
に
have
調
the
整をする時
different
間というのがあ
severity
って、
of
そ
the
の
such
た
a
めに細か
disabled
く目を動
at the
かしている
level. That's why he needs to control
パトリックの目の動きか
the
ら浮かび上がってきたその
supers.
類まれな情報収集能
Such
力。
information
実
analysis
は
is
これは
very
彼
fine
のプレ
and
ースタイルの
accurate
変化にもつながっていた。
and careful. That's why
こち
he
ら
can
は
do the dynamic
2012
motion.
年のロンドンパラリンピックの試合。チームメ
So
イト
my question is, what kind of intention he has in this situation? Then, what kind of the analysis we can do for him to see the dynamic motion control or attentional change? Somehow, intended motion, conscious or unconscious, unintended, very automating motion, unconscious memory. Then they are coupling together to control this very quick and accurate and careful movement. This is the experimental set. EEG cap is given his head, motion capture system wearing devices. Then eye tracker is applied. Three devices finally work together. This is the first experiment in the world to examine the wheelchair basketball and the games situation. But also, there's some publication focusing on the sport and athlete EEG. This is one of the examples you can find by brain oscillation in sport toward EEG biomarker of performance. This paper examining the motion in the cricket shooting. You may know cricket. Cricket is famous in India, I heard. Then you know the cricket motion. Then this subject is concentrating the motion control that by mu rhythm appear. The theta rhythm appeared just before hitting. We are speculating this theta rhythm related to the remembering successful motion. Then goes this. If strong muscle activity happening, EEG pattern have the strong noise. That's why it's not so easy to analyze without any of noise removal method. This is a biomarker. Yes, people saying theta rhythm, beta rhythm, alpha rhythm, gamma rhythm, or delta. Delta is very slow. It is difficult to analyze some specific the low quality and EEG machine, but high quality EEG machine can detect this. So, as we say, depending on situation and the task, but as a general information, theta is a biomarker, the navigation, eye, head, body movement, and then episodic memory retrieval, sensory motor integration, and goal setting, network coordination of different brain is represented. Biomarker 2 and beta the related motor action, including mu, motor binding, different motor should be combined together to make some specific motion, sensory motor association, and sensory motor discrimination, fatigue, also autonomous nervous system regulation, motor imaginary. The related these kind of event that beta rhythm getting to be to high. Aphorism. Some people are saying if this is the kind of the representation index of the meditation. Yes, it's a global resting state, selective attention, high concentration and cognitive performance, inhibition negating, consolidation and new motor sequence. Gamma is the biomarker, sensory motor task, perception binding, attention, level. Usually, the people focusing on the delta, beta, alpha, gamma too high, and the delta is too low. That's why if you try to get EEG in the resting stage, non-movement, the non-motion experiment, you can found the gamma or the delta, but if we try to use the EEG device during the motion, gamma and the delta are difficult to get because of the noise. Noise removal are so tough for the quite slow rhythm and quite high rhythm. That's why usually people discussing the alpha, theta, beta. Okay, is it coming from? You may know the mechanism of the biological body. We have a different time scale. If the honey fly 250 hertz vibration, pigeon 100 hertz, they are 80 the dog, and cat 50 hertz. We usually have the 60 hertz human, and on average the synchronization phenomena, the movement, actually, okay, because of the organization, the brain-body saturation, but turtle with slow movement. This is dependent on the organization, the brain circuit, and the size of the body. In these cases, we use eye tracker data, the gaze, and the accelerometer and gyro. And also we did the EEG and analysis. We analyzing the eye tracking and analysis the gaze. Where he is seeing this. This is a very nice device. That's why I really appreciate the operating this fine-tuned eye tracker devices. Then, firstly, analyze. So this is the comparison, and Patrick Anderson and Nick Gochin. Nick Gochin have some normal tendency of the eye gaze point, but interestingly, Patrick has some specific tendency. Then we analyze in the beginning. Finally, this is the conclusion. So he changed the mode during the game and preparation stage. Nick Gochin, young person, have no significant difference eye movement pattern in game and the preparation. But Patrick Anderson had some specific tendency and quite different in game and the preparation stage. he see a lot of places easily in the preparation stage. But in game, he's focusing some specific point in central vision and peripheral places he do not see, but some specific tendency of the hill or the distribution where he see. It implies Patrick Anderson, the genius player, changed the mode, behavioral mode, the cognitive mode in game and the preparation stage. But Patrick, the other player, doesn't change his mode. Okay, everything the same. This kind of the tendency we can measure by biological measurement so seriously. Firstly, I'm interested in the pattern, his eye movement. I'm analyzing time course of his eye movement. We cannot compare Patrick and Nick if the time course, but we found some significant difference eye movement pattern in frequency. Patrick Anderson in the game have some specific rhythm for health. But Nick Gochin have no some specific peak point. He see just reactive piece. Blah 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 blah. Okay. But Patrick also in preparation stage no rhythm. But if he's in the game, his eye movement have specific rhythm with the forehead. See. He has his own rhythm. Okay, that's the point I'm saying. He has the music inside his brain. Okay, mental stage very calm because we can obtain aphorism. For a very silent meditating stage, but playing music inside the brain. That's why eye movement is clearly showed for health. Even he's moving rapidly. How about the EEG activity in the beginning? There's no significant difference if we observe whole period in game and preparation without no classification. But we classify two data, Patrick in game, Patrick in preparation, have specific tendency, something like that. In fact, yes, here's a rhythm, then the game and the brains the stage, then and Patrick Anderson has a specific seizure and alpha, but preparation stage quite different. This is the situation. Okay. Let me have a break. Now you spend 1 hour and a half, right? That's why I propose you can have a short break. Then again, I'm doing some the 30 minutes lecture for the EEG analysis. Would you agree? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 6 minutes. You can break, then come back again. Then just I'm closing the first lecture. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. After 5 minutes, or you can please come again.
Thank you, sir.
Or you can ask to me if you have a question now.
Because I told you in the starting that about the timing of submission of the assignment, because some students I told you that about that 3 p.m.
Okay. Some students have the concern of the submission timing, you said? No?
So
So then, should I extend the deadline and submission 6 and 7? That is your point? Okay. Submission again. Could you? I cannot hear the sound itself.
Shahid, can you please press spacebar? That will unmute your mic. And you can ask Aditya sitting next to you to mute his mic so that there's no echo around.
Okay. Please ask me again.
Yeah, I was asking that some students have concern regarding to the submission timing of the assignment.
Mm-hmm. So you mean the not yesterday's submission, the past submission, right?
If it's possible that you can extend a little bit time for that, is it possible?
Okay, I'm not sure that I'm catching your question at that point, but firstly, the rule of this submission, you cannot resubmit in the same thing because I already provided slide. That's why if you want to rewrite again in the same submission, I cannot accept. This is the first point. If you already submit some specific lecture, I can accept, but you cannot resubmit again in the same issue. This is the first point. If you didn't submit some of the lecture points, okay, you can submit even if after the deadline. Now this time I'm absent at the school. That's why I'm not so concerning about deadline. Technically, I set deadline some specific date, but you can ignore the deadline. You can submit anyway if you didn't complete it, even if the past the deadline. No problem. I do not say that, oh, you delayed or something else. Okay. But yes, that the time is limited. You're staying here just 1 week here for my lecture. You're also busy. That's why I really appreciate your challenge, even it's a limited time. Okay, is that answer for your question? No?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Specified time is 3 p.m. so we can submit after that also.
Sorry, I cannot catch again.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Professor.
Okay, okay. Then if you have some specific question again, that you can ask in the panel or the KW message again.
Professor.
Yes, please.
I've written this question in your in the KVM system as well, and now that we are already on the same topic, I would want to take it further.
Yes, please.
Here we are talking about. I mean, you said that the player was having peripheral vision,
yes,
as well as while being in the state of meditation during his game.
Yes.
I think I missed the preparations phase. When did you record the preparation phase? Was it your experiment or was it the other experiment done in the lab?
Okay, this is totally my experiment. Okay, I'm requesting the Patrick song. I said everything like, okay. I said this, the experiment kit, okay?
Okay.
Then just a moment. I set this experiment kit. Everything is my data. I did get everything from him, okay? But unfortunately, subject only one. That's why I cannot publish the statistical test. But anyway, yes, my point is that the data is after setting every the equipment, e.g. motion capture, eye tracker, I request him 2 days the training, and he can play with his team player, the teammate, not like a game. just a preparation stage, and just the training or some other things, doing some wheelchair basketball, but not game. This is called preparation stage.
Okay.
And then 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, they have the game, then break and game. We measure 3 game in here. Then in the midterm and the game to game, and we observe the data at the preparation stage. Then we compared and the game period and midpoint and the preparation stage before the midpoint, the game and game, and midpoint he just exercising the using the ball.
So my question is
Yes.
that does this say? I mean, does this mean he was calmer in the main game? He was more calm in the main game than during his preparation? Is that the conclusion?
Yes. Calm means, I think, high concentrating stage. In the brain, high concentration stage means that so many other brain region active. Then think about the parallel operation. In high concentration stage, shows some localized activity in some specific brain region. Other is resting. That's
That
why.
is what we call the state of meditation.
Exactly.
Okay. And you also said that it will. He had a peripheral vision during that.
Yes.
So, can we conclude that peripheral vision is a function of concentration, like high concentration or meditation, as a matter of fact?
I assist a bit separating the meditation state. It's a high-level training. Okay. Usually in the biological measurement, we know if in the central vision, we can recognize accurately, oh, this is a human, this is a wheelchair, it's surrounding central vision. Normal people can recognize what is this accurately. But in the peripheral vision like this, we can recognize what is happening exactly in the central vision, but usually normal people cannot recognize accurately who is this, what is this, what is this. Just abstract way we can find some information coming, but we cannot catch. But in his cases, he's accurately determined, okay, this is an enemy or the team member, he can recognize. That is amazing thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I've had a few words with people around the world who have been working in this direction, mostly alpha and theta.
Okay.
And real world projects related to that. And they claim that peripheral vision is a byproduct of people who practice calmness or meditation or like
Yes.
restful state of mind.
I
So
didn't
that's
know
why
that.
I wanted to correlate that.
Okay.
They say it's a function or a byproduct of when a person practices, like let's say in parts of world like India and Japan and China, where they have various forms of arts who practice meditation, whereas in the rest of the world where they treat work as meditation, as they're calm, wherein they train their body extensively sometimes, or running or exercises or even solving maths. So with people who have who practice this state of mind for a very long time,
yes,
they have a peripheral vision and a very accurate peripheral vision.
I didn't know that exact such evidences. Please show later what kind of data publication and difference they exist. These cases, I didn't know the such a relation. That's why I'm accurately examining eye movement and EEG separately. Okay, I sure. Thank you so much, Nahel. So then this time I just monitor the 3 devices separately, independently. That's why I tracker the analysis and EEG and separately. Then find such a relation. But I'm concerning about the only for the contamination of the signal, because eye movement is also muscle movement. Some such are the potential change is reflecting the EEG noise. That's why we are clearly separating this the things. But I really interested in your suggestion. Yes, if it's the relation happening in the peripheral vision in the meditation stage is connecting, that's it's a very interesting thing.
And Professor, like you have already said, but I mean, I'm reiterating my question.
Yes.
So you said that he's the only sports player that you have examined in this state. But are there other examples of your experimentation where you have found people who are dedicated or passionate about what they do, and they reach the same state of the same state of mind while doing their thing? Are there more examples of the same?
That's good question. In fact, I really want to examine that kind of stage, because this is the first evidence for me to find such the interesting phenomena. I also have the hypothesis, as you said, but still, and this is the rare cases. I want to get more, but this is the only case I examine, because some professional player a bit tough to catch the subject experiment. I think this time Patrick Anderson is a professional player. NHK TV program pay a lot of money for the help. Or I'm not sure that the not money issue. He's contributing the world the scientist the advancement also. But I'm not negotiating the directly to join the experiment. That's why this is my lucky case. But yes, as you said, if it's possible, I try to do this kind of the experiment more. But some other cases, some for normal people, I'm setting some specific game, some the janken game in the rock paper scissors. If the people are concentrated stages, what kind of easy activity happening? Now I'm doing this kind of experiment with my student. If it's possible, I want to analyzing even if the normal people, such a high concentration stage show some different easy pattern or not. That is also the wonderful for me.
In fact, that is also the hypothesis behind our product that we are creating.
Yes.
But anyway, we would love to understand and collaborate if possible.
Okay.
Secondly, I have like the last part of my question is, you said when you use the word state of meditation or like a calm state of mind, is it only just basis alpha, or does any other wave have to do to further confirm it, or maybe add more score to the overall understanding? Does
now
theta add to it?
Yes, you're right. I mean, the meditation state, so many people believe alpha, but I believe a kind of cedar is related because of the especially in the sport. Some of the alpha, it's good to know some index the resting stages. But as I said, alpha is also appear and the sleeping stage, right? Just closing eye and just before getting sleep, and we can easily find alpha. That's why we cannot say, oh, alpha is equivalent to meditation. Not just he's just sleepy, then alpha appear, some other things. That's why the connection and alpha and the cedar or kind of combination is very important. He's aware, but resting. This is important, I believe.
Yeah, and so do I. Okay. Have we ever benchmarked this to exact people? I mean, with clear states of mind. So let's say if we know for a fact that maybe a Zen master somewhere in
Yeah,
China
yeah, yeah.
or somewhere in Japan or maybe a yogi in India.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I've seen pictures. I don't remember the publication, but and the name of the scientist, but I've seen some
Yes,
experiments
yes, yes.
of
I also
1960s.
see the Tibet
Yeah,
yogurt,
exactly.
yes, the easy pattern, something else. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. The big machines on topped on. I mean,
exactly,
put up on the
exactly.
head.
Yes, there are some
Uh,
evidences. Yes,
yeah.
this is also
So
interesting. Yes.
are there benchmarking data for that? So you know that the person for the fact is in a meditation state, and then you benchmark the data that okay, this is the, let's say, a formula or a benchmarked EEG signal for the state of relaxed mind with awareness, not sleepy.
In fact, if it's possible, the electrode putting inside the scalp, that you can measure exactly. But in case of the EEG and the scalp measurement, it has the problem to measure everything. That's why so many noise or the other things. That's why, okay, some people think about the EEG, one of the index or the to showing the mental state, but this is not perfect way, in fact. But if we can get more accurate measurement method or improvement of the EEG devices happening, maybe we can get some accurate data. But yes, uh, some people report some minor publication or unknown the conference paper, some other things we can find similar kind of things, but still, yes, and authorized publication very sure.
Okay.
Yes. Is that okay for your question?
Yeah, we are trying to improve EEG.
Yes.
Yeah, we have created our own device and we are improving it with every version
Oh,
so far.
great, great. You're trying now, right?
Yeah, we are trying now. We have created 5 versions. I mean, now is the 5th version.
Okay. That is
Uh,
very challenging, right?
yeah, just yesterday, Professor Bhattacharjee, he said, I mean, he told us about MEG, and now
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm interested to understand that and maybe build
MEG,
sensors.
right? Okay. Okay. That's also nice, but yes, tough, right? Okay, thank you very much, question. Any other people want to ask me directly now?
I have a question regarding to
Okay, turn on the microphone. Okay, try to mute and the Anirudh. Okay, please turn on your mic. Please turn on your microphone. India. Please. Sorry, I cannot catch the question. Who is speaking now?
audible.
Okay, please.
I wanted to. Can you elaborate a little bit about Matsuoka model?
Okay, now you are asking. No?
Yeah. Can you elaborate a little bit more about that Matsuoka model?
More about
Matsuoka model.
Matsuoka